to license it.
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1 to 55 scale Siku Mercedes-Benz AMG SLS. It's a beautiful looking car in real life, and one that I've always been very fond of. It's got gullwing doors and sports seats. Mine's missing the hubs off the front two wheels, so that's going to require a wheel swap. And I think I'll change the color of this one and upgrade it to a classier look, one that's ready for Wall Street. So pour yourself a hot cup of coffee and settle in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the Free the Ferraris build-off. It's the first invitational from JDC for his girlfriend Amanda Ferrari's birthday. And the first annual All-Canadian Diecast build-off is coming up for Canada Day, July 1st. I don't want you to miss a single thing. Breakdown of this SLS is the same as all the other cars that you see us do online. Drilling out the rivets and carefully separating the plastic parts from the metal die cast. Because of the gullwing doors on this one, it's particularly important to go around that carefully because of the double hinges on the roof. And I'm using a pin vise here to separate some of the plastic add-ons like this front grille, and the front headlights and the red taillights are also molded pieces, which gives a real nice look of authenticity to it. The Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG is a front mid-engine two-seater limited production Grand Tourer developed by the Mercedes-AMG division of German automotive manufacturer Mercedes-Benz. The car is the successor to the SLR McLaren and was described by Mercedes-Benz as a spiritual successor to the 300 SL gullwing, mainly because it was inspired by the latter. I'm always careful to put all the disassembled parts into a plastic bin for safekeeping, and today it's most important to put these small headlights and taillights and even that front grille into a little plastic Ziploc bag for extra careful storage. Things tend to fly off these workbenches when you brush them and clean them, and there's just no replacing these little bits. SLS stands for Super Leicht Sport on this model, and this was the first Mercedes-Benz automobile designed and built from scratch entirely by AMG. Upon its introduction at the 2009 Frankfurt Motor Show, the SLS AMG's 571 horsepower M159 engine was, according to AMG, the world's most powerful naturally aspirated production series engine ever produced. The car was designed by Mark Featherston to be a modern 300 SL gullwing revival. The SLS AMG also adapted the feature of the gullwing doors that swing open upwards on gas struts, and they must be closed manually as AMG engineers decided against the 41 kilo or 90 pounds of additional weight that the auto-closing systems would have added to the car. According to the June 2010 issue of Car and Driver magazine, 10 to 15 milliseconds after a detected rollover, explosive bolts situated at the top of the door frame fire and separate the doors from the car for easy exit during a serious accident. I'm looking over the stripped down car at this point, looking for any imperfections that I might be able to spot and correct before it goes into the paint booth. And in this case, it's looking very good, so I proceed with a degreasing. And I'm doing a special paint scheme today. This is just a primer base coat, as always. Make sure to get underneath and inside these gullwing doors. And I follow that by a black gloss base coat. And on top of that, a silver metallic top coat. And this is predominantly the finished color of the car. Of course, I let these set up and cure in between. And the special feature on this one is a black metallic fade. So I'm using my airbrush, and it's the second or third time I've tried to do a fade. This time I'm going from the bottom halfway up. And I'm quite pleased with how it turns out in the end. While that's all setting up and curing under my homemade UV light box, I'll do some careful detailing of the interior. Here I'm using some metallic silver paint to do the inside of the sport seats and the steering wheel, and a couple of air vents and some stereo controls on the dashboard. Whoever gets this car is no doubt going to open up the gullwing doors and look inside, so I thought it was important to give some special attention to the interior detail today. And whenever I have a model with opening doors, I paint the inside door cards to match the interior, in this case black leather, so there's no clash there. Phase 1 of reassembly actually begins here with the plastic tail lights that just pop back into place. I'll put a dab of super glue on those from the inside where the little plastic posts are out of sight. And the front headlights are done, and I put my channel logo on the bottom of the car. I'm going to do a wheel swap today, which requires a tube, and I just had to open up the original slots a little bit. And here's what I do. These are just regular straight pins out of the dollar store, and I cut them in half. And look, that gives you a beautiful little silver hub right in the middle, perfect spinning. And this is a shot of some SLS wheels out in the wild. This is what came off the car. Front hubs were missing, and this is what I found in my boneyard, which is almost exactly what the real car has. So I use my cutting tool and I make a couple of slots there. After reapplying these axles in two pieces, a little bit of glue goes in those openings to secure the axles. I push them in with a toothpick, and they're going to spin beautifully. The SLS AMG has won a number of design awards, including the 2010 Red Dot Best of the Best Award, the 2010 IF Product Design Award for the Transportation Design category, and the 2010 Auto Build Design Award as Europe's Most Attractive Car. It's also the only automobile to have won the Gold Design Award of the Federal Republic of Germany. I can see why. It's a stunner. An electric version of the car, the SLS AMG Electric Drive, was presented at the 2012 Paris Motor Show. Production ended in 2014 with the introduction of the aptly named SLS AMG GT Final Edition. Everything's all buttoned up and the wheels are turning as they should. Let's have a closer look. If you're watching on your iPhone, you're probably thinking, wow, that fade is fantastically smooth. If If you're watching on a big screen TV, you might be thinking, what happened to that fade? There's a little bit of fleck and speck at the very top that I'm not totally pleased with, but it's only my second or third try, and that's something that I can certainly improve on. But I do think it's an upgrade from the yellow body with the racing stripe to a much classier look. And it's still a roller, which is important to me. In my opinion, it looked kind of chunky in this color. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And wouldn't you agree, that just looks ready for cruising the strip at night. But these video close-ups are unforgiving, aren't they? Well, you see every flaw. I'm still learning and working, and there you can see a little bit of the decal I put on the back with the Mercedes badge. Gullwing doors are up like almost every picture you see of this car, and it goes into a blister pack. Like all my cars, it's headed for the Goodwill store, and I make these as free gifts for little boys and girls. Thanks for visiting today. Come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.